get a chance to chat with one of the winners from this past weekend. I haven't talked to Billy Pauch Jr. in quite some time. Of course, he won an indoor race at Trenton there earlier this year, so technically his win was a second of the year for him as he was at BAPS. A win there on Sunday. Bridgeport rained out on Saturday. I'm getting in a hurry here because I know Billy's in an airport right now. He's getting ready to do all the things you got to do to get on a plane nowadays. So let's check in with Billy Pauch Jr. How are we doing today, sir?
Doing good, buddy. Always good. Just trying to get home. I do a day business trip to Chicago, and I'm on my way home.
Oh, it was just like that? Wow, that's quite a day.
This morning. I'm trying to fly back here in a little bit. I kind of come in a little early here, so I'm waiting by the gate to see if I can move to an earlier flight. We'll see what happens.
Well, hopefully the weather won't be a delay either, so hopefully things will work out.
Well, that's the whole key, We'll see when we get here,
And BAPS is the old Susquehanna Speedway, right?
Yes, sir. They renamed it a few years ago. They sold the naming rights.
Still have the red clay and everything?
Oh, yeah. Still got the red clay and everything.
Nice. All right. So how was it?
It was good, man. It's been one of those years, right? We timed quick time in a warm-up session. We went fourth to third in the heat race, and just kind of, be honest with you, we drew the pole, and Prego started second. We had a good race, and right now Anthony Prego's probably got the best car in the area. So, it was good to beat him, and it was a good race in general,
No, you're right. He has been hot already this year, so that's got to feel really good. How much do you get to BAPS? When I think of you, I think maybe once, twice a year, possibly?
Once or twice a year, if that. We don't get there a ton. So I was just glad we were able to get there. Usually when we get there, I think that's our fourth or fifth one ever there. So when we do get there, we run good. It's just getting to that point,
So you wish they ran a little bit more then?
I always wish they ran a little bit more because I really like that place,
Quick time, so you felt real good. Did you feel good in the heat race too?
Yeah, no, I knew we had a good car, right? Like, you got a good car. You just don't want to put yourself in a bad spot. And then we've been kind of digging, right? Like, we changed around. We knew we had a good piece and just kind of fell on our way. It seems like, when things go your way, they go your way on the night. And sometimes they don't go your way on the night. So it's like, okay, what makes sense and what doesn't,
Was third the final draw position in that heat race?
Third was actually what they do there is they do quick time in your group, and then the winner of the heat race redrew. So there were 6 pills, and we were able to luckily draw the pole.
Oh, okay. So that's an interesting way to do it. I don't know anybody that does that.
Yeah, I think it's the fairest way I know, because then it's not so many draws, but it also relates to the fast guy and also gives another shot at it.
All right, so we started up front. How many laps was the race?
The race was 25. We actually lost the lead to Anthony. We had to get it back on about halfway through. So it was actually back and forth battle. So, in the books we started 1-2, but it was a better race than what it sounded like.
No, you're right, because if you read that and you said, oh, Pauch started on the pole and he won, you'd say, oh, that must have been a boring race. So how did he get you?
He got me. I kind of went to the bottom, and I should never move to the bottom. And then he rolled around the outside of me, and then I said, okay, I'm going to do that again. I kind of moved up, kept the car rolling,
How long was it in between when he got you and you got him back?
Probably about 2 or 3 laps, so it wasn't a long time.
So were you panicked then in seconds? It sounded to me like the way he passed you, you were probably sitting there going, okay, I think I know what to do now. Was it like that?
Well, it was just one of those things where you're like, oh, shoot, what did I do here? And I didn't want to make that mistake the second time.
All right, so how did we get him the second time?
We had a restart, and I got to beat him on a restart.
Oh, and I'm sure he took the outside then?
Yeah, he took the outside, and I was able to sneak him into 1 and 2 and go from there,
Oh, so you got him on the bottom.
Yeah, got him on the bottom, which was huge,
Okay. How many laps were left to go at that point, Billy?
There was about 12, 14 laps to go, so it wasn't too bad, about halfway through.
So you're still sitting there going, okay, so were you protecting, or were you just trying to run your line and not think about him? What was going on then?
I was just trying to run my line, not think about it, and just try to make sure I hit my marks, and you don't want to, when you miss your marks is when you really get yourself in trouble, right?
True. Now, were you running kind of low to high kind of thing, or what were you doing?
Kind of running the middle, floating up across the track, right? I was just kind of keeping it as a small block spec, so you just kind of keep the car rolling, and try to keep your momentum up, and once you lose your momentum, you're in trouble.
Of course, you race against other small block specs, right? So at least you're not
we do a lot of spec racing, so we know it fairly well,
Yeah, at least you're not trying to hold off big blocks or something like that.
No, that would make the story a little bit different here, right?
Yeah. Did you get into traffic at all?
We did. We got there with we got there with like 2 to go, so just the perfect time and just enough to be in the way, but not enough to break the whole race,
And of course, when you're in that situation, you can think too much, right? I mean, I know of a race. I had somebody on today actually who caught somebody in traffic. Sometimes it is better to be that guy in second. So how did you not think too much and try not to worry about him while still getting through traffic?
20 years of doing this.
Just that simple, huh?
You just kind of figure out what you want to do and trying to stay calm. Calm and key is the key to everything, right?
Yeah, but it sounds easy to do, but I guess the experience, it's not like he's a new guy either, so, right?
No, not at all. He's been doing it a while, so we're just glad we were able to get around and make it work.
Okay. Last lap. Anything interesting on the last lap?
A couple to go there, I kind of got dicey, but it was just like, okay, let's hit our marks, and we were able to pull it out. It's huge when you get something like that going.
Was he right there?
He was a couple car lengths.
Okay, so at least we had a little bit of room to play with. So
Yeah,
relief,
it wasn't like he was right on me.
Relief or excitement when the checkered happened and you drove underneath it?
Wins are always good, no matter which way they come. Relief and excitement all in one.
Okay, so what's next for you? What's
I can't complain about that. It's like holy crud.
Yeah, I can tell you're going through the line. Are you getting close?
So we're working on it. You know what I mean?
Okay, so do you have another minute or two or no?
What's that, boss?
Do you have another minute or two or no?
I'm actually getting ready to go on. If you don't mind, can we cut this one short, boss?
Absolutely, yeah. We knew it was going to happen, so I appreciate your time, man, and have a safe flight home, okay?
All right, Doug. I'll talk to you, buddy. Appreciate
All right,
it.
again, so Billy Pauch Jr. win at BAPS, and now you guys know how he did it.